is such a big backlog? So that's exactly what we're going to be discussing with Shikhar Aggarwal, the joint MD at BLS International Services. Thank you so much. So let's talk about this. With revenge travel, business travel also starting to make a comeback after so many years. All kinds of fees are being charged for visas. All kinds of fees are being charged for appointments with no guarantee of when you're going to get a passport back. First, do a on-ground check for us. Have the lines started to get shorter?
Hi, thank you. So as you know, BLS International today is working with 46 governments in 66 countries. We have seen in different countries all across the world for the client governments that we are working with, application count has increased compared to 2019 level. If you talk about India, the application count has definitely increased compared to 2019 level. And the embassy is really supporting the applicants in processing visas on time and easy availability of slots for the applicants to process those applications. Definitely, there has been big revenge travel. People are wanting to travel now. There is no kind of summer period. It was extensive travel. We are still seeing strong application count in geographies across the world. In spite of slowdown in certain geographies like Russia and China, where numbers are still low for us. Overall, we have seen a growth. At 60 to 70% of the counts, we are still at 270 crores of revenue that we did in first quarter with 30 crores of PAT.
So, if I look at what has been announced so far, and we understand that BLS is completing contracts worth about $1.5 billion, which are under re-tendering. What exactly does this mean? Explain it to our viewers, and where is most of this coming from? Which geographies?
Correct. So as you know, this we are the only Indian company globally in this business, and we are the top 3 players in this business. Till last year, we processed 65 million applications. Whatever revenue that we have currently is only from 70% of our actual capacity with the existing contracts. In the last few years, we have won few new contracts like the German contract, Brazil government, Italy government, Portugal government. So we have also been working on big opportunities which are worth $1.52 billion in 5C countries, which is the US, UK, and a lot of European markets. We've already been working with them. So we are quite hopeful that in the next few years, we will grab a certain market share that will lead to an increase in revenue and profit of the company further to the base that we have created now.
Okay, good to hear that, and I'm sure the markets also would be quite excited by it. But Shikhar, tell me, your margins in the first quarter did come off on a sequential basis. I'm guessing there was that one-time impact of ZMPL acquisition as well. How is the acquisition now scaling up for you, and will we then see margins coming in the future quarters?
Correct. So definitely there was a acquisition cost that came in terms of investment bankers and legal costs in the first quarter. That's why the margin. Otherwise, if you see, the margins have actually increased. Now, because of ZMPL acquisition, we definitely see increase in revenue of 150 to 80 crores, 180 crores in the company, and increase in bottom line of 20 to 25 crores. And definitely synergies are going to kick in. That is the reason we bought the company with our existing Starfin. We are going to combine the offices. Cost will come down and margins in that line of business will definitely increase. And with that acquisition, we are eligible for different banking contracts that are coming up. And we have one of the largest banking network for State Bank of India in India with more than 14,000 branches spread across all the states of India.
That's exactly what I wanted to probe upon a little bit better. Besides, of course, tendering in for newer countries, you're currently effectively strengthening executional capabilities, I believe, in citizen services sectors through initiatives in Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, as well as Rajasthan. What are the other expansion plans that you have on your cards, especially when it comes to the G2C segment, that's government to customers?
Correct. So as you know, we started this segment around 5 years back. We had a very good operations in Punjab. Now we have recently won contracts for the West Bengal government, wherein we will be processing 700,000 applications per year for land record registration. On top of that, we recently also won a contract for the Karnataka government, where we have recently opened 4,000 offices, where we will be processing all the applications from birth to death under a project called Grama One. So it is a fantastic project model for us, which is negative working capital, no dependence on collection of money from the government, having the same model in hand. And we are now aggressively looking at expanding this model within India and abroad also.
Shikhar, morning. I just wanted to also understand from you, you've got close to 324 crores of cash still left as on June 30th. What's the plan in terms of deploying the same? Is there any acquisition or a buyback?
Correct. So as you know, we this is Zero Mass is the second company that we acquired in the last 2 years. We are always looking at companies that can add value, that can be revenue accretive, that can be EBITDA positive, and we can recover our money also within a fixed timeline of 4 to 5 years. So we are aggressively looking at opportunities. If you see, we have been aggressively paying out increasing dividend year on year to our shareholders. We announced bonus. So we are doing everything for the benefit of shareholders. We are looking at acquisition of certain companies that we will be in the process of due diligence, and that will lead to an effective utilization of cash. At the same time, all the new contracts that we win, we are going to need some amount of cash for deployment of offices across the world.
Very best. Thanks so much for taking time out and joining in with an outlook on your growth potential as well as your targets and what the outlook is on the business.